When World War II officially ended in 1945, most of the world celebrated. But for one man, the war never stopped. His name was Hiroo Onoda, a Japanese intelligence officer stationed on a remote Philippine island. While nations signed surrender documents, Onoda remained hidden in the jungle, convinced the war was still raging. Onoda had been trained to survive at all costs, who's ordered never to surrender and never to take his own life. When leaflets were dropped announcing Japan's defeat, he believed they were enemy propaganda designed to trick him out of hiding. He and a small group of soldiers continued their mission, sabotaging what they believed were enemy operations and surviving entirely off the land. Years passed. His fellow soldiers either surrendered or died, but Onoda stayed hidden. He repaired his uniform, cleaned his rifle, and carried out drills as if the war could restart at any moment. Villagers occasionally spotted him, but he vanished back into the jungle before anyone could approach. To the outside world, he became a legend, a ghost soldier frozen in time. In the 1950s and 60s, multiple attempts were made to contact him. Letters from his family were left in the forest. Newspapers were dropped from planes. Onoda studied them carefully and concluded they were elaborate deceptions. The war, in his mind, was still ongoing. He believed surrender meant dishonor and betrayal of his orders. Wasn't he? Until 1974, nearly 30 years after the war ended, that Onoda finally emerged. A Japanese explorer located him and returned to Japan to find his former commanding officer. That officer traveled to the island and personally gave Onoda new orders, officially relieving him of duty. Only then did Onoda lay down his rifle. 2. He walked out of the jungle, wearing his uniform, still intact, and surrendered his weapon, which was fully functional. The world was stunned. For Onoda, time had stood still for nearly 3 decades. He later said he felt no anger, only disbelief that the war had ended so long ago. Hiroo Onoda's story remains one of the most haunting reminders of how deeply war can shape the human mind. Whoa. While the world moved on, one soldier stayed behind, fighting a war that no longer existed. Because he believed his duty was never finished.